Hey y'all, this is Brian Anthony Phoenix coming at you with a quick little video update for my crowdfunding campaign on generosity.com. The campaign's been running for almost a month already, and this will be my first date. So I'm going to be a lot more active moving forward, but currently the campaign actually doesn't really reflect all the people that have donated. I want to first start by saying thank you to everyone who has contributed so far. Um, you know the amount of funds on the crowdfunding campaign actually don't reflect the level of donations that actually have flowed my way, because I have done several healing sessions and people have been very generous. So I want to give a shout out to the people that have gone online and you know shown their generosity and shown their faith um, in my cause, and then also for those who have stepped up to be bodies for me to practice my sound healing session on, and they contributed that way as well. And it's been going really well. And I wanted to just give a quick little video update as really the subject of this little update is other than the gratitude is the why. I wanted to give a little note about the why as to why I'm doing this, and also the why as to why you would be donating, because there are so many different things that we can channel our abundance towards. And I know that a lot of us, in terms of monetary abundance, might not be there at the moment to be able to just, throw it in every which way, in order to, because if you're like me, there's so many different things out there that I just want to be like, yes, here, take some, here, take some. But um, so I wanted to tell you why I'm doing this. And I have wanted to help people for a long time, even probably before I consciously knew it. Because I think for a long time I have been sensitive and somewhat intuitive to people's ailments. Maybe not in like an intuitive empath way of knowing what's wrong with them, but definitely just been sensitive to people's energies and vibrations and that kind of thing. That's how I personally look at life. Probably my right brain is a little bit more active than my left. And so the way that I interpret things and the way that I feel is different. And so for a long time, I've really wanted to help people. I really wanted to embody a virtuous lifestyle, but for a long time was not able to. And for a long time, I was combating my own darkness through addiction. I had problems with addiction and alcoholism actually for a great deal of time. And just to share with you all, it's coming up in 2 weeks on April 14th. I'll celebrate 4 years of sobriety. And it's been an amazing ride. And so, way back when I started exploring wanting to do massage or some kind of body work, and that's actually where I got my current massage table about 10 years ago now. And I took a little Japanese massage course and I was really excited about it. But, it didn't go very, very far beyond that. It was just a little 6-week course that gave me a couple techniques. But it really introduced me to the possibility of being able to offer myself as in some kind of healing modality. So, over the next 6 to 7 years, I definitely went through my trials and tribulations, all the while knowing that I wanted to do something, but I was just bogged down by my own battles to be able to do something. And when I was in my disease, I was also not a good person. And so climbing out of that, there's a twofold path for me, and that is I want to make restitution for harms done to, loved ones and family and friends that I just wasn't showing up for, wasn't present for, that I just wasn't a kind person to. And, I want to make what's called kind of a living amends by embodying the principles really that I have been wanting to for a very long time. And secondly, I want to help our entire human family get out of the darkness that we have been in. And I am a firm believer that the revolution necessary to both break down and change the systems that are currently not serving us is going to be done on an individual level. Now, I do also feel that movement is going to have to happen on a larger scale, but I don't think that movement is going to happen in the way that we want it to until we are all on the same page. And I think the argument against that is that, well, there's so many conflicting ideas, conflicting, perspectives. People grow up in different countries with different influences. Like, how are we ever going to ever see the same way? I believe, in my experience, in my knowledge, in my wisdom, and also with a lot of the respected spiritual teachings that have come my way over the last couple of years, I firmly believe that we are all aware of who we are on an authentic level, and we are all aware of who we are on an authentic individual level, and we are all aware of who we are as a collective as to how we fit together when we're not bogged down by the things that cloud our judgment and that cloud that vision. And the things that cloud that vision are things like fear, are things like pain, anger, depression, anxiety, all these things that are not true. It's not the truth. Yes, it's part of our human experience. Yes, it's part of the learning experience. It is a necessity. It is necessity, but it is not truth. It is not truth because truth is the natural state of things. And the natural state of things are things that are perceived and understood without judgment. And with the judgments that are being put into place as a result of those things I just listed, then we are judging ourselves, we are judging society, we're judging everything around us in a tainted way. Now, the human condition is such that, of course, that's never going to be a pure thing, right? I mean, as far as I understand it, we're always going to have our judgments, but to come together collectively, to understand who we are authentically, we have to clear these things that are blinding us. And that is the healing process. That is what we are going through when we are healing ourselves. When we go through physical, emotional, or mental traumas, we create a blockage, and there is stagnation, there is crystallization in our energy fields, whatever it might be, that does not allow energy, does not allow emotions, does not allow the body to process properly the way that it's supposed to. And we all know this, like when we are feeling sick, or we're feeling tired, we're feeling depressed, we're feeling heavy, we're not feeling ourselves. Now, some of us have been in that kind of that mindset, or that place for a very long time, that it's hard to understand. Some people, and I was like this too, I felt like that was me for a while. That because I was just constantly surrounded and felt in this kind of quasi state of misery, I thought that was just what was just going to be. And there is a level of struggle that I think is always going to be there, because that's how we triumph and then grow. But, moreover, what is not true is our stagnation within those things. And so the reason that I want to bring a healing practice to the world, and the reason I want to bring this particular healing practice to the world, is because it incorporates a very potent aspect of our existence, and that is physical vibration tuned to sounds that we are familiar with and that the body recognizes. And so when we feel and we come in contact with these sounds, when we feel and we come in contact with these colors, they are familiar to us on a very base level, more familiar to us on a level that is more intelligent than what we actually can think of, because we can dissect this, we can psychoanalyze what the sound and what the light and what the color is all doing to us, but it is doing something on a cellular and on a vibratory level that is beyond our comprehension. So Tamado, the practice of sound, color, and movement, is the gift I want to bring to the world to help us open up and help our bodies in recognize the truth, recognize what it feels like to be in truth, to be the being that we truly are when we are feeling creative, when we're feeling spontaneous, when we're feeling alive and lit up. This is all a state that I think we can be in more and more often, and I think and I know that this is the state that is going to be necessary for us to make real change. So that's my why. That's why I want to do this, because I have become so very aware of the necessity for us to just to heal. And uh, whether or not practice is our path as healers, I think everyone can benefit from it. Everyone can benefit from healing. I mean, that's kind of almost a silly statement to say. It's like, well, yeah, it's just the accessibility sometimes might not be there. So I I want to tell you just real quick why donate. Well, I'm only looking for a $10 donation from anyone who decides to do it, and anything beyond that, I mean, everything is amazing, and I just appreciate your support both energetically and monetarily, no matter what. But if you can spare a $10 donation, um, then I know that if I get enough people to do that, then it starts building kind of a momentum. And I've got about 60 days left to do this thing. And it has become pretty imperative for me to be able to raise the funds in unique and interesting ways in order for me to accomplish this particular round. It's a little bit more challenging than last time. So um, I just want to tell you that I carry forward each bit of energetic and monetary donation into a kind of ball of chi and momentum that I can feel building, so that I can just go out and just be in the world with this practice and help out as many people as I can. So feel free to hit me up with a message if you're interested in getting just a session done and you want to donate that way. And if not, then a simple $10 donation is all I'm asking for anybody who is able to do so. So I thank you for listening to this video. I love you all. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening or morning, wherever you're at. Love.